we're going to be looking at strikers in every budget, the best three. What are the options to go for? I've got some honourable mentions to start with, and I think the four categories we've got is between like 100k to about 250, 500 to just shy of a mil to about a mil and a half, and then the top of the top. So in my personal selection, Boniface is an unbelievable striker. He's definitely big, he's bulky, and he absolutely tears up the up front. He's an easy one to throw in there, and I think most definitely, if you've not tried him, you've got to at least give him a go. If you're looking for coins to improve your team, head over to lootbar.gg for the most reliable and also the best coins around. Also, they have incredible 24-hour manual customer service that you physically cannot find anywhere else. But before finishing on lootbar.gg, make sure you are using JT11 to get 8% off coupon. Once you've gone through the payment, you'll be able to get your coins within the next 24 hours, absolutely guaranteed. Also, with the code, you'll be able to get 5% more coins on every transaction. Make sure you do click the link either in the description or down in the comment section below. We then have Fulkrug. We've tried to incorporate some of the new cards as well, as predominantly most decent strikers now have that triple playstyle plus. It'll be interesting when we do get the 4 just to see how everybody reacts to it and what's the new meta involved with it. But I think Fulkrug as the lengthy player, like we've seen with Sorloth, we've seen with the likes of Drogba, we've seen even the Galazzo version as well, they normally take the spotlight. We saw with Czech last year how dominating a lengthy striker can be with the right play styles in this game now, the 4-5, the 5-5, whatever you can get, and just in general the stats. And I think Fulkrug, for the price that you're paying, is going to be an absolute machine, and he's still upgradable. So, and with Germany, who more than likely will do pretty well, so he's going to be an interesting card to follow. We have Di Maria. I think he's a very good attacker to have in every sense. Now, for me, he's kind of that multiple, versatile player. You could play him on the left, you could play him on the right as a striker, you could even drop him in cam, and he's going to be able to do every position very well. So he's an easy one that I personally always like, and he's so cheap as well. The market itself is absolutely broken, but Di Maria is definitely there. Now, an honourable mention for Crespo, because I think he is absolutely unbelievable. He is a fantastic striker. Likely chance of getting a double upgrade, a 97, and then obviously the 4th playstyle plus or a 99 stat. The only problem with him was his price. His price and the length of the SBC is horrendous, but the card itself is fantastic. So if you have somehow managed to muster up the courage to put 1.5 mil fodder into that SBC, then fair enough, because he is a very good striker. It is the SBC that they really screwed up with him. And then finally, for the honourable mentions, Giroud. We managed to get him red. I think I've got him in blue as well, but he's a brilliant striker. He's another one when it comes to the lengthy aspect. He absolutely dominates. And having a left-footed and right-footed one with power shot, trivela, finesse shot, there's multiple options you can go for, and Giroud absolutely tanks it all, which I absolutely love. He's got the maxed out shooting, dribbling with an engine is absolutely brilliant. He's just another machine that goes forward. So if we were to start off the bog standard category, the very cheap, we're looking at Undav to start with, and very much like Fulkrug, he is going to be the controlled, potentially into the lengthy, depending on how the stats go. But with the fact that he can be upgraded as well, is looking very good. He's got the technical, which is great for a pace one, a pace playstyle plus. He's then got aerial, which is always nice. So to say, I think he's 5'10", so he's not necessarily the tallest, but it adds another element to it. And he's got the finesse, which I think for me has gone back to being my favourite again. I don't know if it ever left, to be honest. The Trivela was another good one, but finesse shot has always been so vital in a striker, and a lot of the time it's always needed. But I do think as a cheap player, he is definitely going to be getting an upgrade, and it should really enhance this card nicely. We then have Chawinga. Unbelievable striker again. We've had her multiple times. We've had to swap her. We've got a loan. We've got a normal. She is a brilliant striker. A 5'5" as well. She has obviously got the pace, the shooting, the dribbling that matches absolutely everything. Now, the only kind of downside to her is the trickster, which I'm not a big fan of. But genuinely, if you've got like a Giroud, Drogba-esque type striker, and I personally use her as a kind of a bench player at the moment, just purely on the fact that R9 and Drogba Drogba together, or Sorloth and Drogba together, have been incredible. She just adds that extra bit of pace going forward, and how cheap she is now, I think she personally is worth a very big look in. We then have Luis Hernandez, beautiful striker, absolutely stunning. He's coming in with a 5-5. He's a brand new icon to the game. He is a striker with the amount of pace that you love to see, the great finishing, the dribbling that's phenomenal. It's the only physical battle that I'm like, it's okay. But if, and I could see this happening, he's obviously got the power shot, rapid and aerial combination. We get the first upgrade in 2 goals, which would be a 95. I'm hoping they can do that at a minimum. We'd be looking, say 90, say we just go 1 across the board, 96 pace, 95 shooting, 94 dribbling, 81 physical. Doesn't matter about the rest. If they were to get the 4, and we didn't get the finesse shot plus, I imagine if they are going for an extra playstyle plus, it would go over one of these rather than giving an extra. It might not, it might end up with press proven. But I'm hoping he could get the finesse shot plus. If not, then I would love to see that 80 physical go to 99. That could really change this card for the better. So I think that one definitely could be a nice one to watch out. And he's only like 160k, which is just nuts for how good the icon card looks and how good he truly is for the price that you pay him. Going into the mid-value now, I think Alvarez is a wonderful card going up. He's obviously in the Copa America path to glories, stats-wise looking very nice, and it does make, unfortunately, that 92 SBC just a little bit less relevant now. He has got the finesse, first touch and press proven. He has got the chance to go up to a 95, 6, 7 if they were to win. A 97 with a 5, 5 and an extra playstyle plus. If Argentina can go back-to-back Copa Americas, then by God, Alvarez is going to be an absolute monster. So for the price that you're paying for, I think it's about 400-500k, is kind of fluctuating. I think he's definitely worth a look in at a minimum. We then have Liao, technically a winger, but as a striker, that is the position I personally always like him. Maxed out pace, maxed out finishing, almost maxed out dribbling, bar from the little bit of balance and a little bit of composure. What a striker this guy is. I can't play him anywhere other than striker. He's got the finesse plus, trickster, you go with it, and quick step. A stunning striker. And again, another one that, to be fair to him, I really didn't expect to see him at such a low price. Like, he's a top-end striker. He's 550,000. I am surprised he's not over 1 million still. He genuinely is that good in the game. And then finally, in the kind of medium budget, technically he's 800, 900k, but he is an SBC that's there for another like 6-7 more days. Get him done, truly. He is just wonderful. I've got him done, but obviously it shows the loan straight away. He is just a monster in game. Everybody's got him. I come up against him. If it's not him, it's his Galazzo, or at least another lengthy striker like Sorloth, or like I say with Giroud. They are just taking over the game, and Drogba is the one to do it. I don't know if I put this on video at the start of the game, but most definitely kind of midway through, we was talking about how Czech kind of like just completely took the market because he was like 6'6", 6'7". He had the lengthy aspect and he just ruined any striker. Drogba this year, you could see from a mile off, this could be where it could go to. The lengthy aspect, the pace, big and bulky with his beautiful strength. The finishing obviously was already at the top, and then you just have to add a bit more on that dribbling, and you've got yourself one of the best strikers in the game for such a minimal price, especially when you don't technically have to put any coins into it. It is just solely down to just SBC fodder, so he is definitely getting the full recommendation as the one card you need in your team ASAP. We move on to the mid-high. It's kind of like the 1 mil to like 1.5, maybe 1.6. Cruyff's always there. Now, obviously, you've got the 97 Cruyff, but that's like 4 or 5 mil. I think 3 to 4 mil easily. Sometimes you've just got to concede, and I must admit, you could probably still go for the base and still be very happy with Cruyff. He's always got that 5-5, which is nice. The high-low work rates work in his favour. In terms of playstyle pluses, he's only got 1 on this version, so it's where the Galazzo would come in handy. But when we're looking at a card that's 1.2 mil, the in-games of him will definitely hold him still. And hopefully, whether we see a 99 of him or a 98 at some point, I could imagine that will come during either shapeshifters or footies. I don't know whether we're going to see a top-end Cruyff because he's got the 97. The only way up is a 98. So I don't know if they'll guarantee a 99 for him, because we know full well that Netherlands are going to score 2 goals in the Euros. That's just, it's bound to happen. Probably on the first game. So I don't know if they're going to give him a 99 just yet, and whether he's the first. I don't know if they have a plan or it's an EA thing to who gets the first 99. But regardless, Cruyff in any version is still outstanding. He's just one of the best. His game, in-game type is just number one. We then have Di Natale, who I absolutely couldn't wait for. His normal heroes was phenomenal. His lovely upgrade into the greats of the game is even better. He's got the finesse. It's got a pinged pass, which is just a random one in itself. I feel like they tried to nerf him a little bit. I can imagine if Italy was to get the 4 goals in the Euros, he'll end up with another playstyle plus, probably rapid or technical, I can imagine. Maybe even quick step, in fact. If my theory's right, he's got all the running types, so he's got to get one of them. I just think that would make more sense, because I don't need pace 99, shooting doesn't need it, even passing doesn't, dribbling definitely doesn't. Physical would be nice, like I could still get on board with the physical being 99, but I would love like a quick step rapid or technical, because he's already got the finesse. So you've got an absolute wonderful card that more than likely sees the 97 upgrade and potentially a playstyle plus or a 99. And he's coming in, I think, at about 1.5, 1.6, so he's good for the price that you're getting him at. We then go to Greasy. He started this game off unbelievably. The gold card with the finesse shot plus, because of how broken it was just lightning. He was everywhere. Then they patched it and he kind of just went back to the shadows a little bit. They did get a Trailblazer, which was nice, and that was during the finesse era still. He's had Inform, Team of the Group Stage, Fantasy, and now Team of the Season, and the Team of the Season is wonderful. The 5/5 on him, the quick step / technical into the finesse is a lovely, lovely card, and he's definitely deserving of this top spot in the medium range. And then finally, we go on to the big boys. We have got R9 Team of the Year, and these are kind of the best 3 strikers in the game now, because I don't think there's any arguments there. You could maybe move 2 and 3 around a little bit, but I do think when it comes to the top 3, there's very little debate. There's definitely people that you like, but these are the top 3. R9 is always there because of his body type. There is no arguments with that. R9 and Ham have been 2 of the best icons in the game, and I just think R9 just squeezes that little bit more for me. You have got the brand new Dalglish as a 97. Again, I don't think there's any arguments here. Hopefully, Scotland do get the 2 goals to make him a 98. Whether they get the 4, hopefully again, maybe we could see it. I would like to get like with Di Natale, the rapid, technical, or quick step, but I'd absolutely take the physical bonus as well. He's got the pace, the shooting, not as much passing, but I don't really need that on him. Dribbling wise is absolutely up there, so I'd be gutted if they chose that. But the physical gains, the strength and aggression could do with a bonus, so you've got multiple ways that you could go. I guarantee that either Di Natale or Dalglish, if they get it, end up with 99 defended. I could just see it. Maybe they add a centre mid as a position change, but Dalglish is up there as one of the best. And number 1 is obviously Mbappe. Mbappe is number 1 in every books. And it's funny because I don't think there's a version where he actually has a shooting playstyle plus. I'm pretty sure he probably has on one of his many cards. But genuinely, how on earth is he this good without a shooting playstyle plus? He had quick step on his gold. We had power shot on the Trailblazer. That's fair enough. Quick step on the Inform. Rapid on the Player of the Month. Quick step on the Team of the Group Stage. Rapid on the second Player of the Month. Then we went into the Team of the Year with Travella Plus and Quick Step. And then we finally have this version that is just an absolute monster. Still at 7.1 million, which is just nuts in itself. He is going to be the top of the highest category, coming in at 7 mil. Dalglish, I believe, was like 4 to 5 mil. And then obviously with R9, he's bang on 4 mil at the moment as well. So that's going to be my list. Let me know down below who you agree with or disagree with. Some of the best strikers in the game. Let me know your opinions. And have you got an honourable mention? Peace.